I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're at the press conference, the final one here for Cordina against Rakhimov. A double world title fight night in Cardiff here on Saturday.
Well, not just a double world title fight. I mean, you know, if you are a DAZN subscriber, of which there are several 100,000 now, just in the UK, millions worldwide, you have a little bit of a special night on Saturday. I won't start doing the whole pay homage to the schedule. It should be, and it may be done again. But let's be honest, this Saturday night, what more do you want in life? You want to sit down Saturday. The weather's starting to change in the UK. We're starting to think about the barbecue. But first, from Cardiff, we have an unbelievable night of boxing for you. Before the bell action and onto the main card, Jordan Thompson against Luke Watkins to kick it off. Then we've got Zelfa Barrett against Jason Sanchez, great fight. We've got Sandy Ryan going for a world championship as well, great fight. And of course, we have all Welsh, British title fight as well. Gavin Gwynn, rematch of the fight of the year against Craig Woodruff. But most importantly, Joe Cordina going for two-time world champion against Rakhimov. Tremendous fight. And then the small matter of Ryan Garcia against Gervonta Tank Davis. All part of your DAZN subscription. No additional cost, no pay-per-view. How's that for Saturday?
Bosh.
Bosh.
Okay, I've got to address this with you, right? Because I spoke to Joe Cordina yesterday, right?
Go on.
You did tell me, right, in an IFL interview, Joe Cordina becomes a two-time world champion. A little one of these.
Not again.
No, but you did say it, mate.
Did I?
Yes.
Bollocks. If I said it, if you play it back to me, I buy.
All right.
Oh, no.
Green face gold Daytona.
No, they're about, yeah, I know it's limited edition. Listen, with all due respect, he gets what he gets. But he ain't gonna. I'm not gonna palm him off with a little stainless day date or something like that. It'll be significant. I'm not doing the 90 or 100 grand Rolex. He can do that when we unify. Oh shit, I said that again then. But listen, always with me, if I said it, I pay it. You know what you get.
You are what you are, aren't you?
Well, I am what I am.
Is this a harder fight than the Agal fight, pre-fight?
Yes. I don't know. I mean, look, I like Rakhimov, has a lot of ability. When he's switched on, he's a bit of a madman. When he's switched on, he's good and he's dangerous. He's had a great camp. Aegis has got him right. Freddie Roach is here. They fancy it. I think it's going to be a better fight. I think this is going to be a longer fight. I'm so convinced that Joe Cordina knocks out Rakhimov in this fight. It'll just take longer. But I think it'll be a tremendous fight. Rakhimov don't stop coming forward, which I think will really suit Joe Cordina.
Not long to find out, obviously. All right, there's quite a few things that have happened since our chat on Monday.
As is always the way.
It's like EastEnders, isn't it?
Not really.
Right, okay, where do we start? Right, let's start with my conversation with you regarding Saudi Arabia or the Middle East.
Went out of control, really, didn't it? It's gone out of control.
Yeah. But Tyson... Go on.
Let me just make one thing clear. There have been no negotiations about a fight with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder in Saudi Arabia. I don't even really want to comment on it, only that you asked me if the rumours or what Simon Jordan was true. As I said in the interview, there are people that would like to do that night in Saudi Arabia. Skills Challenge have now confirmed it. We haven't yet got into the nuts and bolts of that. We haven't yet got into the details of that, of which we will do next week when I fly to Saudi Arabia. We are up for fighting Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder in December. No problem at all. AJ wants all the smoke. At the moment, it's a pipe dream of an incredible night. But until we go out and look these people in the eye, and we have a great relationship with them as well, and we believe in them, we will see where it goes.
What's the most important factor to now this kind of situation? Is it money or ego?
So now, all four fighters have got to be on board.
That's what I'm saying. So is it money or ego?
I'm telling you, what does it come down to?
Yeah.
It comes down to the right fight for the individual. Fuck the other four. This is we do this if it works for Anthony Joshua. I've worked with these people before. We will do a deal for this format. Fury or Wilder. Don't worry about AJ. He's in. Right? And I'm not, obviously subject to the deal, but we've done this deal before. We know. Worry about other people. Deontay Wilder is in. He ain't earned a lot of money, really. So he's 100% in. Usyk is in. There's only one look, Tyson Fury's going to fight, I think, July 22nd. I guess it's going to be Andy Ruiz, which is it's a solid fight. But he's going to have to sign up if this night happens. There's a long way to go, mate. A long way to go. I mean, but that's where we're at.
So, obviously, Tyson Fury put on his Instagram post the other day saying, in reference to, I think, some of Umar's interview with Malik Scott, saying this is all BS, bullshit, whatever.
Skills Challenge are talking, as this is their words, are talking to representatives from every team. So it's not BS. I mean, it's unless Tyson don't know about it, which he might not. I don't know, but I don't worry about Tyson Fury or Usyk. I worry about Anthony Joshua, and we want those fights. So that is why I'm flying out there to try and make it happen. I'm not flying out there just for a laugh. I'm flying out there to try and see the substance behind it, and I know the substance behind these people, and try and make it happen.
Okay, where are we? I know I only spoke to you like 3 days ago, but where are we with your thought process around Anthony Joshua fighting in the summer right now?
Subject to the conversations next week.
Know that next week?
I want him to fight in the summer, and I think it would be in his best interests for his development or his progression under Derek James before a fight like that to fight in the summer. I would expect all of those people in that quartet to fight in the summer, and I don't think you should be the one that doesn't, but we'll see what happens next week.
And a possibility for that is still Dillian White?
Yes.
Is that your front runner for that, who you'd want that?
I think it's the fight.
Interesting, going down that route before a potential whatever.
We'll see.
Okay, Conor Benn situation. So everyone's always interested in a timeline of events of when, who knew what, when, blah, blah, blah. So when did you first know that Conor Benn had been provisionally suspended
I don't know if he
by
has. I don't even know if he
UKAD?
has. I've had no notification. The first I heard of it was when Matt Christie from Boxing News messaged me and said, would you like to comment on the Conor Benn suspension?
Eddie, how does that happen? How do you not know that? And Matt Christie from Boxing News knows that.
Fucking good point. Because let me ask you this question. Why, in these situations, does all the media know before, on occasions, me, yet in Amir Khan's situation, for 14 months, no media knew? Therefore, in this situation, which we know the UKAD is confidential, right, with the board, someone from the board or UKAD has told the media. There is no other explanation to it. I said to Matt Christie, I've no idea what you're talking about. Where did you hear this from? He said, from various reliable sources. I'm sitting there going, the whole thing's a fucking joke. I'm the promoter. I've been made aware of no suspension, nothing for Conor Benn. But you, the media, are telling me that he's suspended. And since then, I've still had we don't even know.
You've had no official correspondence regarding a provisional ban from UKAD?
Nothing.
How can UKAD, can I ask you another question? How can UKAD technically ban Conor Benn when it's
Banned
not
from what? What's he banned from? He's banned from UKAD? What does that mean? He doesn't have a British Boxing Board of Control. I mean, the whole thing, again, I don't want to wind people up because people are acting like, when we talk about egos, and I said to Robert Smith the other day, let's have a sit down, try and work through this. Doesn't even want to have a sit down and talk about it. By the way, the only thing you need to know in this situation is UKAD have everything they need. They have the 270-page document. So I'm sure that'll keep people happy. But you honestly think, with all this going on, that Conor Benn is going to get a fair hearing? Please, when the media are telling us what is happening with UKAD and the board without us even knowing, please. And I speak to some very respected journalists. I said to one the other day, how comes you know all about this? Oh, I can't really comment. I said, did you know about the Amir Khan thing? No, not a thing. Oh, how convenient. Fucking joke. Total joke.
Okay, so when was Conor Benn first alerted about a potential? You're saying there's no confirmation from your side. I'm assuming that means for Conor Benn as well. So when did Conor Benn find out about this? Not from the boxing news article, surely.
Conor Benn is dealing with UKAD with the case. They have his document, right? When I got the call the other day, I spoke to the lawyers, and they're in conversations with UKAD, like I said, with the document, and trying to be cooperative with UKAD on the document. For me, no confirmation of any. I don't know where we are. What is a suspension? He doesn't have a license.
Provisional suspension.
What, subject to hearing?
I'm
Ask
assuming.
Robert Smith. Speak to Robert Smith and ask him. Because I'd like to know. Please let me know.
Okay, so as it currently stands, as this news came, yesterday? Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Or 2 days ago? Okay, so what is your next steps to try and find out actually whether he has been provisionally suspended by the UKAD?
Listen, people should be very happy. They are going, not we, because I don't even know what's going on. They are going through the process with UKAD. They have the report, and I'm guessing, but nothing changes the fact that Conor Benn can box in any country around the world if he's licensed by that country. But you're provisional suspension from what? From fighting in the UK. We know that. We're not trying to fight in the UK. We're trying to go through this process now to be able to fight in the UK. But do I trust the process? Absolutely no way. It's a joke. It's a joke. Confidentiality. And you speak to Robert Smith, can't discuss it, it's confidential. Yet the entire media know everything. That's how confidential it is.
Eddie, might sound a bit of a silly question, but when you say UKAD have got the 270-page report, does that mean the board has access to that as well?
I have absolutely no idea. The board don't need access to that. UKAD are doing the
So
investigation.
they're trusting, obviously, UKAD's judgment
they
on the
do.
situation, right?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't the board go through that 270-page report themselves?
I said to Robert Smith, let's have a meeting. He said, send a report to UKAD. Board aren't interested in seeing the report. The board want UKAD to deal with the report. Do you know why? Because when someone gets something wrong here, shit's going to hit the fan on another level. The board don't want anything to do. The board like to rely on UKAD to make the decisions. So now all the pressure is on UKAD in this situation because the board want to distance themselves from liability. Right? It's not our decision, it's UKAD. Whoa, we can't blame us, it's UKAD. So now it's on UKAD. The board haven't asked to see the document. They want UKAD to see it. UKAD have it.
Where are we in terms of Conor Benn's next fight in whether it be the UAE or America with liaising with the board in order for that to happen?
No liaising with the board.
You don't have to liaise with the board.
What, to stage a fight in another
Well, if you-
territory from a licence holder that's not licensed in that
But
jurisdiction?
if he fights Chris Eubank, who is currently licensed by the board,
That's another conversation, and that fight might not happen. But at the moment, we got
would
this.
that affect a Chris Eubank fight?
No, because it would be up to Chris Eubank. And previously, I don't think Chris Eubank would make his own decisions about what he'd want to do of a fight in that magnitude. We're not looking to upset anyone. We're not looking to go rogue. We're looking to follow fundamental law. So let's see what happens.
Okay, listen, I do need to ask you about. I know, but I do need to ask you about Leonard Ellerbe's comments towards you yesterday.
Hold on one sec.
You could have just given me that. What the fuck are you doing? Eddie, what are you doing?
Just give me a minute, mate. I'm just trying to get out of Leonard Ellerbe's head. Listen, mate. I can't do it anymore. It started off to see a man crumble.
What are you doing there? Sorry. Well, I just wondered what you were doing there, but you've explained.
No, I was just getting out of Leonard Ellerbe's head. I've been there for many years, and I can't find a way out. Listen, after seeing, obviously when Tank left Leonard Ellerbe and Mayweather Promotions and stuff like that, I felt bad. And then when I saw him pop up at the presser like a competition winner with the new beard in the background, I'm still involved. Look, they've given me $5,000 to stand here. Look. And then I saw the beard and everything. I just thought to myself, I can't do it anymore. You've broken this man. So I'm not talking about Leonard. I love Leonard Ellerbe. I love his new beard. I think he looks absolutely fantastic.
Can I just make reference to a point he made, saying that you had no pay-per-view stars?
No pay-per-view stars. I mean, I don't know if you watched Anthony Joshua fight the other week, doing massive numbers worldwide. It's probably one of the biggest draws in the sport. He's welcome to come to Guadalajara to see 60,000 people watch Canelo Alvarez against John Ryder, which we're promoting as well. I mean, the guy must live under a rock. He don't even tell me a fighter that Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe promotes? Tell me one.
What, aside from Tank, yeah.
He doesn't promote Tank, you silly sausage.
All right, well, I'm just
He
saying.
won a competition to stand in the background. They said to him, Leonard, we need somebody who can say a few words and look silly with a beard. Here's 5 bags, go and stand up there. That's it. He don't promote. What fighters do he have under contract? None. Look at Richardson Hitchens. They had him under contract. He starved for months and probably years, and now all of a sudden he's about to fight for a world title with the #1 promotional company in the world. That's Matchroom. No more on Leonard Ellerbe. He's a lovely fella. Honestly, I wish him all the best.
All right, one more thing. Tyson Fury did post out that news imminent regarding a fight. You're assuming that to be a fight with Andy Ruiz, yeah?
So yeah, I think, I know George said in an interview 22nd of July, something like that, and yeah, I guess that's their business and they'll announce soon.
Jesse Dickens and Warrington?
Maybe. I think, look, Josh wants the winner of Lara against Wood, and it's very likely he's going to headline our Wembley show June 10th. No confirmation on opponent yet.
Okay, listen, we'll catch up with you again this week, but thank you very much for a very animated interview, and good luck with your show this week.
Let's go, baby.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17, 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,